Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today is a special one. I've got this 2023 Honda Accord Touring. So this is the top trim and it is a 2-liter hybrid. So this is an awesome looking Accord. I'm not a huge fan of the looks of the new ones, but if I had to pick one, this color would be the one I would get. It's called Meteorite Gray. And it does make it pop. The windows are slightly tinted on this particular one. Person who had it before tinted the windows out. So let's just do a quick walk around of this car. Let me show you the wheels. So it's got some sporty Pirellis on it. They are 235/40 R19s. And they are in this silver and black configuration, so they are pretty nice. They're the same size all the way around, so it's not a staggered setup. And as you can see, it's got trim along the bottom of the door frame, which is black, a gloss black, which makes the meteorite gray. It gives it some pop, so I do like the look of that. And then I am a fan of these headlights and the new grille. The thing I don't like is how flat the hood is. This one does not look as aggressive as what the previous model Accord used to look, especially the Sport or the Touring of the previous model. And I'll tell you right now, even though this is a 2-liter, it is not as fast as the old outgoing 2-liter turbo. It does drive very nice, so you definitely need to watch for the driving portion of this, because it actually drives a lot nicer than I thought it was going to. Looking at the interior, you can see that the seat automatically moves, so slide back to position. They are memory seats. It's got 2 settings for the memory seats, and then it also has got auto windows up and down. This particular one does also have the blind spot monitoring, and whoever had this first has put on these paddle shifters, which they look nice, but they're kind of non-functional because this is a CVT transmission and it's not really a fast car. The steering wheel though is beautiful. It feels good in the hand. It's actually got Alcantara all the way around, and then you've got this silver piece here, but the steering wheel feels awesome. The steering and the handling feels good, and this interior is definitely an upgrade from the last one. These seats, this one is not that comfortable. I think whoever sat in this first was like 500 pounds, because when I sat in it, it feels like it's just been squished down. And they do have gloss black around here, and I don't know if you can tell, there is a lot of marks on the gloss black, so I'm not a huge fan of that. I do like that it's got a regular shifter. It's got, in the middle here, you can see it's got wireless charging, and you've got a fairly big portion here when it comes to the storage on the interior. There's a 12-volt plug here, and then there is 2 USB-Cs right there. And I love the new interior, especially this kind of honeycomb style on the air conditioning. This one also has a power sunroof. And one thing that is just as impressive on this model as it was on the old model is the rear seat space. So if I move the seat back into my position, so this is the seat going all the way back. I'm 6'4". Look how much room there is back there still. When I get in, there is still a ton of room. My knees touch the back, but I'm going to sit in a comfortable position like this, and there is plenty of room on either side. The armrest is very soft and cushioned. Great for your elbow, very cushy. And these seats back here are actually super duper comfortable. You've got big pockets in the back as well. And the general interior of this one just looks very nice. Once again, the car is turned on. I love the style of the AC vents, and you do control it with this here to open and close it, but it's just a very nice touch. This is gloss black, but it's not an area that you're going to touch, so it won't really matter. The car does come with dual climate control. It's got heated seats and cooled seats, 3 levels on both, so that is a nice touch. And then you get different drive modes, which I'll show you when I'm in the driver's seat. Little glasses holder here, and then you've got the mirrors, sorry, the visors, which do extend to block the sun extra, so that's a nice touch. But even looking from the passenger side, the steering wheel looks like it's out of a Civic Type R. Very impressive for the steering wheel. The seat, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and it is also not comfortable. This driver's seat and this passenger seat, this bottom part is just very flat and it doesn't feel very padded. The back part of the seat though feels good. When you turn on the cooled seats, the cooling comes from the bottom. It does not come out the back. I did notice that. Now the rear styling, it does lack some pizzazz in my opinion. Does not look that good from the back. The old one looked a lot better to me. As you pop this up, you do get these weather mats. This car does not come with a spare. It actually just comes with the air kit. So no spare on this. The trunk is huge. I'll put the size of the trunk up on the screen. Let's take a look under the hood real quick, and then we will take this thing for a spin. Okay, so let's take a look under the hood. So there is a prop rod, no hood struts, but it is a 2-liter turbo hybrid. The best part about this whole car is that it's very quiet when you're driving it, almost silent, but it's a 2-liter hybrid. It has a CVT transmission. See, you could hear the gas kick on just then. But the best part about this car, number one, it's 207 horsepower, so it is decent. It's, I believe, 247 pound-feet of torque. I'll put the specs up on the screen just to make sure. But the best part is it gets 44 miles combined, which is crazy. I mean, that's way higher than your normal standard economy car. 44 miles combined. It actually gets a higher city miles than it does highway miles. It's not that fast. 0 to 60 is somewhere between 6.5 and 7 seconds when I looked online, and its top speed is limited to around, I believe, 200 and not 200 that would be a lot. It's limited to around 112 miles per hour. So this is the latest greatest Honda key fob. It's very small, it's tiny in fact, but it does have remote start on it, as you can see. Open close, and then it's got some for you to open up the trunk. The dash is very nice, and you can scroll through a plethora of different features. Yep, look at that. It's even got the Google Maps in here. It is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto for your phone as well. And because it's the Touring, it does also come with a nice heads-up display for the speed. And the radio, which I can't play because I'll get copyright strike, it does sound good. And this, I believe, is like a 12 point whatever inch touchscreen display. So that all being said, it's very nice. It is comfortable, even though I'm not crazy about the bottom part of the seat. 2 big cup holders here. Well, there's one other thing I wanted to note, which is you've got your drive mode here. So if you click through the drive mode, it'll change it from Econ to normal to sport, individual. Now this is in the heads up part, but if you look, I mean, this is in the regular dash, but if you look on the main display, whenever you change those modes, you get this cool graphic that shows you what mode you're changing into for the car. Eco obviously has to be green, but we're going to drive this in sport mode for now. Let me show you the backup camera. When you put the car in reverse, You do have the trajectory lines, so as you move the steering wheel, those lines do change. And it's not the clearest of backup cameras, but it's pretty decent. It's not, I wouldn't complain too much about that. I'm going to show you another feature that it does. When you put the car into reverse, the right wing mirror will drop so that you can see the lines as you're parking. So that is pretty cool as well. Okay. All right, guys, so taking this 2-liter Honda Accord hybrid for a spin. 2-liter hybrid engine, great gas mileage, 44 miles combined. There's not much to complain about when it comes to that. I love all of the new interior. That is excellent. I love the Alcantara steering wheel. Bear in mind, if you're like me and you moisturize your hands a lot, the Alcantara will get oily very quick and it's very difficult to clean. So if you're an oily hand person, better to get the regular leather steering wheel. But if not, the Alcantara steering wheel actually feels excellent. I love all of the creature comforts, as far as the wireless charging on the phone, as far as the cooled seats, the heated seats, all of that stuff is excellent. And the car driving experience is good. It's very quiet. It's smooth. The heads-up display is very clear, very excellent. So the driving experience is actually very good. Here's the down part of the vehicle. If you are looking to replace your old Honda Accord and you had a 2-liter turbo, this car will not scratch your itch. Number one, it doesn't look as sporty. Number two, it doesn't have nowhere near the speed and the torque or the tunability of what the old outgoing 2-liter turbos. Honda, please, please, instead of only making the Civic the only sporty car that you have within this range, please give the Accord drivers at least one sport variant where it's a little bit faster, where you put a turbo on it, or it's all-wheel drive or whatever, but this does not scratch the itch. If I get on the gas, there's a delay and it doesn't pick up that fast. Now, if you want this just for a work car, just to go to and from, and you want all the creature comforts, and you want the great gas mileage, this car is an excellent pick. Hands down, excellent pick. But if you want something that's a little bit faster, you're probably gonna have to go to like a Kia K5 GT, where it's got over 300 horsepower, or you might have to go to the Hyundai N, or even the N-Line Elantra that has a lot more power. But this, it feels sporty on the inside. The outside doesn't look as sporty, but then the driving experience is not as sporty. As always, Honda has a fantastic steering feel when you're driving the car. You really feel connected to the road, which is something that Honda has always done better than, say, what Toyota does it. So I give credit where it's due when it comes to that. But I do find myself wanting when it comes to the power. The overall styling on the car is not terrible. It just lacks a little bit of aggression. But the turning radius in the car and everything is excellent. By the way, the other thing that I prefer, which this is a big part, the other part I prefer with the old Accord versus this new one is I am not a fan of the transmission. It's very lackluster. I understand that the CVT is one of the things that helps it get great gas mileage, but the transmission makes you feel slightly disconnected from the car. The old Accord had that excellent 10-speed, and it shifted like butter. And it was quick. I mean, the old Accord definitely felt faster than so many cars out there. And I'd seen so many videos of guys tuning them, and making them quite quick on the street. So I do miss that. But overall, this is a nice car. I can't complain too much about it. I'm gonna leave my Lawsons score on the screen right now. You guys let me know what you think about that. If you've got one of these, let me know how you like it. Let me know if you've had both an old Accord and a new one, how you like this in comparison to your old one. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.